I told them that in the pirate arc there's gonna be a boat named the Why Not Higgins, but no one.
Ha 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 ha! Yeah.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Anyway, so
You're welcome. You're welcome. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's a good rowing song.
yeah, that's the only rowing song I got.
Can you explain it?
Can I? No,
No.
it's not possible.
Sorry, it's one of those things you had to be there.
It's an inside joke layered under an inside joke. It's a swan song reference buried under a reference to a previous campaign.
Oh.
I am playing Donkey Kong music, good sir. It's kind of loud. So,
What is this? This is insane.
it's Gameplay Galleon from Donkey Kong Country.
It's King K. Rules theme.
Yeah.
Was it actually this?
It was actually kind of this.
Well,
What
there's
the
a-
heck?
Play the original 16-bit version.
Oh, yeah. What the?
Yeah, but it's still like this. Like, it turns
There's no
into
metal
guitar. There's absolutely a guitar sound font in it. It goes from... It's exactly this. Anyway. Music Boat's been sketchy, right? Play it. Oh my god! Thank you, Mike. Anyway. Sorry, that's supposed to be in chat. So, you guys, which way are you going on your rowboat? Well, choose your 3 hexes.
I just tried to mark the map on your stream.
Oh, okay.
Who's actually rowing the boat? Is it the Midwest paddle?
I think there's 4 oars.
You sure betcha. Yeah, I'm rowing all 4.
You can row 2 of them.
No, I'm rowing all 4.
Eve
You
is
can row 2 of
I'm
them.
gonna cast enlarge, just so I can reach. Oh no, the boat sinks.
It has nothing to do with being able to reach.
I'll use my feet, okay?
You can row all 4 of them at a quarter speed, and you'll get there in several days.
I
I'll
will
roll all
also.
2. I'll roll 2. Roll 2. Jesus Christ.
All right. You'll row 2.
Thank you for rolling mine.
Are both of you just not gonna row?
I do assume that at least 4 paddles get rowed by at least 2 people.
Yes.
I'm
And Saul is
short. I can't
constantly
reach.
throwing Eve and Ludwig off the.
Alright, this is like a battle of the wills between Eve and Ludwig. I'm tiny. I can't reach. It's not a good fit. We're just going to go in circles. You're the right height. It'll be good for your muscles.
Excuse me.
There's not a height
You look
limit
a
to
lot
rowing.
stronger than I do, number 1. And number 2, look at those calluses on your hands. Look at mine.
Oh,
Yeah, nice
actually, no. These are bugs, but I get why you say they're calluses. No, see, you need to be stronger. And Blevin, he's so weak, he can't row. Someone needs to keep him from being seasick. Look at him, he's green.
Okay, so
Can confirm
we
that,
are
that,
rowing.
that he's green. Yeah. As you are... Alright. So, you guys see quite a bit as you are rowing. Obviously, there's the fishing village over here. You see... Coming out of the water on this big island that I mentioned before. There's like... Island covered in trees. There's like buildings jutting out of the trees that you can kind of see. But at the top, there is a rather large temple. Or stone structure of some sort. Someone makes the correct assumption that it's a temple. And then there's like a town at the edge of this peninsula. Like a fairly sizable town. Bigger than the village you just came from.
This is so shit. What is it? What is it? It's out of the what into the tiger's jaws? Out of the hornet's nest?
Out of the
Out
frying
of the
pan
pan into the fire.
Yeah.
I already used that title.
Oh no.
It's
Actually,
out of the hornet's nest and into the gray duck's bill, okay?
We've come full circle.
I don't know. I
Ludwig's
feel like there's
getting
another
concerned by
similar
Great
thing
Duck.
that somehow involves hornet's nest.
Okay, how big is a gray bill?
Okay, so
Great duck,
We-
whatever.
we infiltrate the town. But then what?
Well, I think you're right. We need to infiltrate the town, figure out, hey, like, what's the way into the temple? If we time it right.
I can almost guarantee you that the temple is just open.
Oh, but see, it's probably going to have forces around, the god. But if we time it right, Brass is gonna be coming along
We don't even know where
day.
Brass is.
Yeah, he's slow, but he's a few days behind. He comes in, distracts them all.
No,
We could even
We
let
do this
them
with-
know he's coming. It's a town.
we do this without Brass.
Yeah, he's the distraction.
No, I don't want there to be any. I repeat, I want there to be no confusion as to who took down Salamander.
Oh, no. He's way back, right? So we stop in town, go, hey, have you heard? Brass is on his way. Send everybody.
Oh,
And then they send everybody, and there's fewer of us that, are going to die when we go fight the god.
alright. I like that. Also, I do have this
Actually-
fireball thing that I'm pretty sure this scout was meant to use to warn people. We send everybody out, then we sneak up to the temple, we send one of those fireballs out, clear the rest of the patrols, walk right in, I'll do a stabby here, a pokey poke here, and bam, salamander head.
I think your optimism is unwarranted, but I love the idea.
Hold on. One thing though. If we are to run into Brass on the way out, we may have to fight him. I don't know if he's going to take kindly to other people taking his quarry.
As far as I'm aware, he seemed to be okay with whoever got there first.
Yeah, I think he's kind of a jerk, but he doesn't seem like he's going to just stab us in the back and take it. That said, maybe don't parade it in front of him.
I mean, it's going to be the head of a goal. I mean, no, I think about it. I don't even know how big Salamander is.
Yeah, that head concerns me. He better not be
It'll
like
be a
the
nice surprise,
island or
though, wouldn't it?
something. Oh god, what if he's the whole island?
That would be pretty funny.
It would be very difficult to get the head out of it, so.
Sonus is gonna cut in. He's still really just focused on the saying that Solus was trying to think of. Oh, hey, Solus, I think the adage you were trying to think of is out of the frying pan and into the fire, which is very appropriate here.
I think you just found the name of the boat. She is the frying pan.
The USS Frying Pan.
What's a USS?
I don't know. I read it in some book.
It's a really weird way to spell us.
I thought he was trying to say useless, like it's not a good boat, but the frying pan's a very good boat.
Well, the frying pan it is.
But yes, I think we kind of actually agree, right? We infiltrate, we distract, and then we strike. We got to play it smart because, whole army, 4 of us, 5, sorry, 11. Yeah, it's not a lot.
So it's 3 versus how many?
Oh dear. I see what you did there, but Sonas won't be rowing the whole time.
Now y'all better not be talking trash at me.
No, you're doing a really good job at rowing.
Okay.
That's why
So-
they call me the Midwest Battle.
How many days behind do we think he actually is?
It doesn't matter. We have to go. We have to get there as fast as possible. I'm not willing to take any delays.
Even if it costs you your life.
Oh, but it won't. Let's be real here.
You're right.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Are you
having a
correct?
panic attack about all this.
I think
Yeah.
I think also like there just is like a point where like Solace is just like, man, if he dies, he dies, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
he's old. He understands.
It's my time.
What a long, strange trip it's been. By Solus.
A paltry 6 months out of my life. Gone in a flash. I guess we're
Alright.
going this way.
All right. As you're rowing up, you get the impression that there's definitely just a road on shore, because as you're traveling through this hex, you see like a cart go by. Oops. You see like a cart go by this way. A couple humans on horses go by this way. Just like right along the shore. Seems fairly well traveled.
Well, that's fine. We're not doing anything suspicious. We're honorable citizens.
Do you, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like what the heck? We just like row the boat up to the thing and we're just clank clank like we're home.
All right. Okay, so that's 2 hexes of movement. Are you just like rowing it up to a random portion of the shore and like dismounting, or
Is there like a dock or something?
So
I don't
not
know.
here. It's like a little far away, but you can assume that there's like docks at the town on the peninsula.
Yeah, well, this is where we're going.
Okay.
There was just like not a way.
Yeah, sure. So you're like, yeah, you're rowing up to town. And thus we can stop the rowing music. So yeah, you're rowing up to town. There's a big town. It's kind of let's see. It's like walled on the northwest side at like the like narrow point of the peninsula. But yeah, there's just like docks kind of fanned out along kind of the outer edges. And yeah, there's a lot of buildings here, and there's also just a lot of tents, and you get the impression very quickly that this place has expanded faster than actual capacity allowed. So it's pretty tight. There's just a whole lot of people moving around in a rather a town that's definitely too small for the amount of people that have arrived.
I
And-
wonder why all these people are here.
And it's a collection of there's a lot of humans, there's quite a few goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears and like a handful of gnolls here and there. There seems to be less gnolls than the other varieties.
Well, that makes sense, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
gnolls,
the gnolls are kind of aligned with the harpies, right? Somewhat.
Hello?
Dylan.
Yep.
Dylan?
Say,
Yeah.
say we lost somebody. Is that
Oh, weird.
accurate?
what was the question?
Because the gnolls are kind of aligned with the harpies, right? So
Oh, yeah, I mean that matches
there'd
what.
be a few less of them. Yeah.
Yeah. That seems to match with what you've heard. Yes.
I guess how do we want to lay low for a day, rest up? We just spent all day on a boat. It's good to feel the ground underneath my feet again.
Well, I'm eating a tomato.
Okay.
Just whole ass eating a tomato?
Ah,
Me right now.
they're cherry tomatoes from Costco. Or sorry, grape tomato. Eve is gonna
Jacket.
like look at the rest of the party, and be like, well, if we're gonna be taking just this one evening for ourselves, the eve before battle, then the both of you are going to definitely have to drink with us because, quite frankly, Sonus has been the best drinking partner out of the entire lot. And as members of this group, I believe you both have an obligation to fulfill your drinking buddy duties.
My drinking buddy duties are to be the sober one.
I'm gonna join you on that one. I don't think my stomach would let me drink a lot right now, but hey, I'll join you.
So you guys are off the boat right now, right?
Yeah.
Are you still? What are you? Are you wearing your regular outfits? Are you?
No. I'm still in like the shitty
Yeah,
brown robe.
Disguise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you re-up your disguise checks?
Yeah.
And who is?
Is mine an actual disguise? Like, I'm not really putting any effort into.
Yeah, I don't have a disguise either. I would have had to do that on the boat.
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure what that entails too. I'm wearing the outfit of the salamander.
Yeah,
Same.
it's basically just how well you blend in versus how
Gotcha.
out of
Wow.
place you are. And Eve blends in very well. Eve looks scummy as heck. And like, okay, and yeah, we'll get Solus's, and then I have a prediction that it's going to look like Eve and Solus are bringing some like newbies in, and they look really out of place.
Yeah, so I have a feat that lets me use performance to impersonate.
Somehow Ludwig's
Yeah,
outfit
okay.
is a size too large, even though it's a goblin outfit.
So this is a 30.
It's just like, it's probably just more in the way you guys carry yourselves than like anything else. And yeah, solid. So like, even Solus, you look perfect, and you kind of look like you have these newbies around. Like Ludwig looks very out of place.
Ludwig is definitely gawking a lot just around the town, like looking at all
Yeah.
the goblins that pass by, looking for family members. You know,
Right.
he's like, ooh, big city,
Yeah.
bright lights.
Is
Ludwig.
there? Sorry, go ahead.
Huh? What?
Ludwig, you're sticking out like a sore grey duck.
Oh, is that
I
classic
do not
saying?
understand where this gray duck thing came from.
Usually the water, right? I don't quite get it either, but I think it's a bird.
Are you guys saying you've never heard of the classic gray duck?
I'm saying I have no idea what it is. How big is it?
It's about it. It is colloquially known as a goose,
Oh, a goose,
but
yeah.
it's a gray duck.
Okay, no, a goose isn't so scary. I've seen lots of them.
What do you mean they have teeth? No, like the tongues with like teeth on the bottom. What do you mean not scary?
Oh, well, I'm talking about the size differential problem. You see, if you're like gray duck, size of house, I'm worried. If you're like gray duck, size of goose, that's
Also,
not so
I'd
bad.
like to discuss that we never talked about the size of goose in this.
That's true. Are
A
geese
goose
huge
could-
in this world?
A goose could be Eden's dragon. We don't know. We really don't know.
I kind of want that now.
Yeah,
Honk.
especially since Eden doesn't have dragons.
Whose fault is that?
I'm not
could
upset
you-
at all by my decision.
It was the right
Could you
move.
imagine being a goose bloodline sorceress?
Yes, I am.
I want to reiterate that I probably would not have brought dragons into this campaign yet. Like, regardless. But
or gooses, apparently.
Dude, dragons
Ethan,
are just overrated.
along with fire.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm not a fire sorcerer.
Okay, well let's go. Let's go find a place to sleep, so that you two can get drunk.
Like that idea quite a bit.
If that's good, we can spread rumors in the bar.
Yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, you guys can find, like, it's not too hard to find another, like, tavern kind of area. It's more like a, I don't know, I guess that's still a pretty good descriptor. It's fine. It's a little hard to find, like, a place to sleep, though. Like, you can find plenty of places that are serving drinks. But basically all the beds are taken.
Yeah, so like I keep trying to use Twitch here to stream.
Okay.
I mean, we have like a tent and some bedrolls with us too, so like
Yeah, and
we
that's
can just like find a place where we can like camp out. It's fine.
that's basically what you keep getting is like, look, man, all the beds are taken. Everyone else is just like popping tents on the outskirts of town. Okay.
I will be right back real quick.
Okay. Let's see. Do you guys want to do anything else other than pop your tents in?
So I was gonna try and see if I could spread a rumor, but it's like so rumor is literally like a skill feat.
Okay. Interesting that that is the case. Is this
And like the
F38?
not skill version is, or the not feat. It's like it uses gather information as a basis for so.
Let's see. Okay. Can you link me the feat if you had it, or tell me the feat name?
Yeah, it's literally called so rumor.
Oh, okay. Whoops, I can spell. What the heck? Thank you.
Yep.
It is once again not in the compendium on Roll20.
Yeah, I guess it's technically uncommon.
Oh, it's from the
so-
character guide. That makes sense then. And yeah, uncommon. Okay. You spread rumors, which may or may not be true. Subject of your rumor is not currently the subject of any. Okay. At the end of which, okay. Interesting. Gather information, typically 2 hours. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, like, you could still sow rumors, but it would be like, you know, you would have to use some gold to help things along, and it would still probably take, like, a couple of days. Or like it would take like a day to spread a rumor through town. You'd have to like make.
We have time.
Yeah.
Is like my thing. Like this is not supposed like. I didn't think that this was ever going to be like a short like thing.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, if you want the rumor to, we can talk about what the rumor is and like how you want to spread it, like what strategy you want to use, since you can't just make the deception check. Yeah, so I guess what I need from you then, if you want to do that, if you want to put in the time, is I need like what the rumor is, what you want to do with it, and like what the intent is, and how you spread it, what your strategy is.
Okay. The assumption is that Brass is going to be assaulting this fort with all of his, with like the entirety of his main force, right? And there's no way that he's like going to be able to get enough boats to go from here to here, right? Where are my other strategicians?
So you're thinking, I'm just understanding what you're thinking Brass is going to try taking a boat?
Yeah, no. I'm thinking that there's not going to be enough boats for Brass to transport his entire army, right?
Agreed.
Because he's going to have to go this way.
Yep, that's exactly kind of what I was assuming that they would do, is travel north and then go, like, kind of straight line it. And since they have an army, these patrols wouldn't really do much to them, probably.
Yeah. But if they had an army, like, the patrols would have seen them already, right? Like...
Yeah, but if word would not run as fast as we have. Necessarily.
Okay, so how about we like chill out for a little bit before we start spreading rumor? Maybe we should just see if
Yeah, just gather information.
If
for
people
a night.
have, yeah.
Yeah.
If people have any information, maybe regarding Brass.
Yeah. I think, so do you want to spend time gathering information to, like, see what the current state is? Like,
Yeah, like, kind of what's going on, like, why people are, like, amassing here. Right, because we
Okay.
have 8 hours of time to do stuff, so this is 2 hours, generally.
yeah.
This is a secret roll, by the way.
Gather information.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know what it uses.
Oh, weird. I was on a different gather information page. Okay.
I guess it could be diplomacy, right?
Yeah, that is diplomacy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was society.
Oh wait, you might be right.
Mm.
Well, I actually think it's diplomacy.
Okay. Sure. Along with any benefits you might be able to gain by. Okay. Do you want to enhance it in any way?
It is an untrained action.
Yeah.
In diplomacy.
Okay, neat. Although untrained only gets you the talk of the town.
Well, I'm trained.
Well, very well. You can get common rumors.
Well,
Okay.
I think this is the DC, right? This is like the DCs, so like I could technically roll higher than. the
What does
DC
expert
for-
get you?
Obscure rumor or poorly guarded secret.
I guess I'll also if Solus is like giving us a plan, I'm gonna like also.
Okay.
I'm gonna like go into like some seedy taverns and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of seedy places to drink. There's a lot of just like open, basically like kiosks, kind of. I don't know, like just stands that have like 5 or 6 benches out front. People like squeeze in and like stand at the end of the bars and stuff. There's like
Gotcha.
lanterns hanging down, with kind of like these,
Can
I roll my.
Well, he actually rolls it for you.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. We can use that. I'm not too
Yeah.
worried about it because it's like a staged. It's a tiered DC anyway.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Can I
Here.
assist him?
Alright.
I want to like.
Oh yeah, you want to help?
People, yeah. So I want to play an instrumento to make people more willing to drink.
Okay. Yeah. So you can indirectly help by lightening the mood if you want to give a performance check over a 20. Well, yeah, there you go.
Are
There
you
go.
sure you're not just playing a polka?
It could be a polka.
I mean, roll out the barrels, baby.
I might as well switch back to the tavern music. We know.
It's a tavern wherever I go.
Yeah.
I'm the party.
So yeah, and Eve, are you helping with like coin at all or anything to smooth things along? How are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let me know like what your budget is.
I kind of okay. So I sort of imagine Eve looking, having lived in Eden and whatnot.
Yeah.
If you want me to roll society for this, trying to pinpoint people she believes would be important,
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll
preferably males.
do. Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, I see.
All right. Got it. So we'll do like the general information that you find,
Okay.
and then we can talk about if you run into specific people. So general information is that they've heard that Burning Man has been slain, and it's kind of alarming to a lot of people. And like people know, even though it hasn't been that long, it's only been like a little over a week or something. People know about the price that Eden has put on Salamander's head. Kind of the deal, the pact that has been made that like anyone who comes back with Salamander's head will be named Emperor of Eden. And like this mostly has people pissed off. Like it's like not viewed as justified at all, even though Burning Man like stormed down and like took the fort, got real close to Green Rock Hill. People are just like, he's oppressive politicians in Eden trying to keep control of the continent as their city dies. It's like Eden is very much seen as like an old power that shouldn't be relevant anymore. That's just like
Gotcha.
clinging to life. It's also seen as a lot weaker than you think it actually is. Other stuff. No, I think that's kind of the big part of it. They know that adventurers are coming, basically. There are some rumors that some guy named Brass is like on the way, and like kind of a, he's being set up as their antagonist right now. It's like he's kind of the face of like the adventurers coming to try to slay their god. And they kind of scoff at that. A couple of people scoff at it. There's like someone who you're maybe flirting with who's just like, as if any mortal could stand up to our, the flame salamander, the god of fire, and blah blah blah. Other than that,
I know, right?
I think
This
as-
Brass guy doesn't seem all that. I've heard rumors about Brass. He doesn't seem all that impressive, although. They do say that he. What's like a big creature in this world?
You know, there's give me.
There's dinosaurs, right?
Yeah, there's dinosaurs. Not so much around here, but they're a thing.
Well, they did say he slew an entire Allosaurus with a broken sword. So I mean, I guess there's that, but it's not really all that scary, you know. Eve, like, after she says it, Eve looks away in disgust and like whispers, like, "God, I can't believe I just said that."
The guy actually looks a little surprised. She's like, "Oh, just a mundane Allosaurus, nothing compared to salamander." And just, I don't know. I presume
mundane Allosaur, like.
right. I assume that you are flirting with this man.
Yes.
So I think he also adds on like and nothing compared to you either. Like, thinking he's being very smooth, comparing you to a dinosaur. He's a little drunk.
Yeah.
He's a lot drunk.
How about I keep the libations flowing? I'm quite enjoying my time with you. And
yeah.
I'm gonna slide or keep another coin.
I'd like to see your libations.
Well now, I don't think that word means what you think it means, but I'm going to ignore that for now.
Anyway, in the process of this, there's like you're getting a bit of a sense of like why various people are here. There's a sizable amount of people who are just fucking bandits, who are just like taking advantage of the fact that Salamander is like building a force of kind of ruffians and
scoundrels.
Yeah, and like that accounts for a lot of the bugbear population and a decent amount of the human population. But then there's like clerics who wholeheartedly believe that like Salamander will usher in a new age and everything. And
unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot of people who are super into it, and generally people in town, whoever they are, seem to be a bit like they're pretty happy. You do see like a couple situations where people are like, I think one in particular, you see one of these clerics kind of like preaching something to a crowd that's around, like maybe in a market kind of between some of these like bars, lit up by these lanterns. Now that it's getting on towards nighttime, these like hanging red lanterns with like flame motifs, and he's just like preaching something about like the grace of Salamander and how he will deliver the continent from Eden's tyranny and like truly free the continent. And then there's like a bugbear just walks by and like pushes him just off his feet. It's like, quiet, we're trying to drink here. And, you know, moves on towards the bar. It's like...
Does it... So I'm guessing he doesn't seem respected then.
Yeah, it's like... It's a little half and half. Like, immediately after that, like, I think a goblin comes over and, like, starts to help him up. And he's like, there, let's get you up. These buffoons, don't know. They're not used to civilized society. And, like, kind of brushes the cleric's, like, robes off. And the cleric, like, bows and thanks him. He's like, it's all well and good if we all serve the same master.
I'm going to go over to the cleric.
Okay. He
I guess the guy at the bar. I'm like, do you mind if I'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, Ludwig will kind of join you as well.
Okay.
Ludwig, what are you doing here?
I'm seeing a very interesting thing. I think you want to talk with the cleric, right? I just want to tag along for a moment.
I don't exactly think you're going to be able to help out in my line of reconnaissance.
Does that mean you're going to kill him?
I think Ray.
No. Well, no, hold on. She's gonna be like, no, well, actually, I hadn't thought about it. Hadn't
Oh,
gotten
no.
that far yet. No, that's not at first anyway.
So we like the camera kind of turns, and like the priest was saying something to the goblin, and like we hear kind of like a quick flashback of the conversation of like Eve saying Ludwig, and this goblin kind of like blinks and like turns, looks over. It's like Ludwig.
Oh shit.
It's like Ludwig of House Clawfoot? Or Clan Clawfoot? Sorry. Not house.
Maybe. Maybe. Who's asking?
So he like gestures to the cleric of like one moment. And he kind of walks over, and it's just kind of this like spindly looking goblin, even for goblin standards, like very wiry arms, thin ears, kind of a batty, and like also like Ludwig, you notice this. Eve, you have no fucking idea, but his teeth are like a little duller. He's like, it's like I knew you at the academy at Arkstead. I haven't seen you in. Kind of thinks for a moment. It's like, it's been a long time.
Yeah, what crazy roads we do. Oh boy, it's been a long time, right? So like,
Ooh, does Ludwig have a chance of remembering this guy's name, or is this a?
Yeah, you've got
Would Ludwig remember?
I don't know that. You know
Give
what?
me just
I'm
a.
not even gonna roll. No,
Oh, you're not gonna
Ludwig
roll?
Does not remember. He does not remember.
Okay. He's
Oh
like,
yes.
It's- it's, you know, I understand. I was shy. I didn't really. It's Gerg, House Spearshake.
Oh yes, Gerg. Oh, how silly of me. I'm sorry. You know how I was back in the day. Always nose to the book.
Yeah, you
How's
were
it
very
going?
focused on study. I always admired you.
Yeah. So what brings you here?
Well, and he kind of like gestures to the city. And he's like, all of this. Have you ever seen such a wonderful? So many people, so many cultures, all here.
Yeah, it's really something. Everyone's just loving this salamander guy. You know, me too. Big fan.
Yeah, he's great. I really think that our people have just lost the wonder of fire. You know?
Uh-huh. When you say
Sonus is just like over this guy already.
You're not there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was with.
No, but he can
Just
feel
from
that somebody's
afar.
talking about fire. And
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
isolated.
Yeah.
it's like it's spider.
Fire.
And it's
Try
like
air sometime.
I asked you a couple of times for help on. I was trying to do a thesis on flame constructs, but it turns out it's really hard to keep flame in a mechanical configuration. So I've continued my studies abroad, as you can see.
Oh, that's very interesting. I happen to have run across some things recently. We should meet up perhaps later tonight, tomorrow, and chat. I have some ideas on that.
Sure. Yeah, I'm in my tent is on the north side of town. It might be hard to find, but if you just walk around yelling "Gerg" long enough, you'll find me.
I won't find one of your brothers. You do have brothers, right?
Oh yeah. No, I don't think none of them are here. I think.
Oh. You know, this is funny. I just rode into town. Is any of my family here?
Clawfoots? He like puts a
Yeah.
finger to his chin. He's like, have not heard the southern accent.
Yeah, it's pretty distinctive. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Great, great. Good to see you. Oh, sorry, I didn't introduce myself to your friend.
Yes. Well, I just met him myself, and he kind of gestures for, waves you over, and walks back over to the cleric. And he's like, he's a fine cleric of Salamander, though. I know that much. And the cleric bows. He's like, hello, friend of my new friend?
Ludwig, this is, Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names.
He's gesturing towards Solace.
Solace has like vanished into the crowd, but you still hear the harps.
Yeah.
Like you still hear him like play
Oh.
music.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Boy, I don't know where all my friends went.
I'm right
where's-
here.
Oh,
Like,
good God. Why can you jump at people like this? This is my friend.
you can call me. Fuck, I have to come up with a fake name real quick.
There's just too many long pauses.
Call me Mary.
This is my friend Mary.
Pleasure
Yes,
to meet you.
I'm new to this side. Bit of an embarrassing story, but I'm a refugee.
Refugee, you don't say.
Yes, trying to get away from Eden and all that corruption going on in there.
It's horrible. Horrible state of affairs.
I know. I heard that Salamander takes in poor lost souls such as myself.
Yes, take all kinds here.
And I am very glad that, you're one of the first person I met. You seem to be quite popular with people here, and
Me?
dare I say I'm quite interesting. She says, kind of like giving like a coy look.
Okay, to the goblin or the cleric?
The cleric.
Oh, yeah, the cleric's just like, oh,
Gurg pops a mint.
yeah, Girk like puffs his chest out and then like follows your eyes. Sees that you're talking to the human. He's like, ah. Goes back to talking to Ludwig, making uncomfortable small talk.
I'm gonna whisper into the cleric's ear. I'm sorry for our companions. Shall we go somewhere else? Perhaps I'll buy you a drink.
Yeah, he's like, I could use a place to sit down after that spill. I'll pass on the drink though for now.
Oh, come now. I don't drink alone, and I am a lot of fun when I'm drunk. Should I make a diplomacy check?
Sure.
All right. Damn.
Yeah, I think he like shifts a little. And I think he like gets that he's being flirted with a little, if that is the intent.
It is.
And just kind of like yeah, he shifts uncomfortably. So he understands what's happening, but he's like not receptive. And he's just like, well, I'll sit with you anyway.
Do you know of any taverns where perhaps we could have, I don't know, a private table in the corner?
Oh, you're serious. Well, quiet taverns are not the easiest to find around here, but we can grab a drink and I don't know, perhaps find a seat near the outskirts by some of the tents.
That sounds all right.
Or perhaps the docks.
Oh, docks would be perfect.
Yes. No boats should be running right now, so it should be quiet over there. And he'll like go to just kind of the nearest stand and like order a couple of drinks, grab the mugs, and just hand one to you and take off. Sonus, what are you doing during this?
I'd probably just be kind of hanging around. Looking around, like, I guess looking around, kind of seeing if there's anything that would catch my interest.
Okay. Well, I don't know what would catch your interest exactly, but there's a lot going on. Like I said, there's a lot of like open markets, a lot of bars and like food stands and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to think on it, we can circle back. But yeah, so we'll hang on to Eve and the cleric for a moment, I guess. You guys arrive at the docks, and he just like takes a seat, just on one of the docks, like legs hanging over. Boots occasionally like touching the
Kiss the
water, just
girl.
barely.
Plays quietly in the background.
Basically, like I'm just gonna be I'm gonna flirt with the dude, and then I'm going to like at some point just be like, so what's it like anyway? Like acting all drunk and shit. You know, being a cleric for the most powerful being in the whole world.
Well, one could say it's not a new transition. I was a cleric for the mercy of death for a time, which some would argue was the previous most powerful entity. But he kind of shrugs. He's like, it's the same as anywhere, really. Just bringing comfort to the people, curing their ills, helping with assisting with their troubles, hearing them out.
So have you ever met him?
I've been in his presence. I have not spoken to him directly. I was anointed with a group of others, given my connection to him, and he kind of like touches. There's like a holy symbol around his neck. It's kind of the same. It's basically the same as the brooch that you have on. Probably a little more polished. And yeah, he's like, but never interacted directly other than that.
So what's he like?
Direct. Doesn't scheme, doesn't beat around the bush like many of the new divinities. I don't believe he's purely in it for his own power.
So what are we talking here? Like 10 feet tall? 20 feet tall?
He looks over and kind of like raises an eyebrow. He's like, not particularly tall, but he has a...
I'm just interested.
He's large, but not tall.
Thick Chungus.
I've never measured his dimensions or anything, but
Yeah, that would be quite weird, wouldn't it?
couple of men wide, perhaps. You know, laying flat, end to end.
So I'm gonna just probe him
Impressive.
like more about himself, like try and like gather a little bit of information.
Yeah.
And then like towards the end of the conversation, I'm just gonna be like, so you're so important to Salamander, aren't you?
I'm truly not.
Well, that's a real shame for you then. I'm gonna take a knife. We're like on the dock, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just like stick it into his gut.
All right. Well,
Too bad you're gonna miss me, girl.
give me a stealth roll just to
Sure.
like, or sleight of hand. You know, either one to like pull the dagger out without him
I think that
noticing.
is still stealth though.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Kiss the girl.
I didn't know if there was like a thievery option for it, but yeah.
Oh, I think it is C3. Thievery, I think you're right.
Okay. I think that beats his DC. He has been politely drinking with you. Roll the damage.
It would be sneak attack too.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Sha-la-la-la,
Well,
my oh my. Looks like the boys too shy.
so that crit fail.
Looks like he just won't die.
Oh, can I re-roll that?
To
Yeah.
kiss the girl.
Ain't
Can I re-roll that?
Yes.
gonna
I don't know why I can't
Right.
click your hero point though. What's going on? Whatever. You only have one.
big girl.
So that would be a 24.
Okay. All right. So you do hit him.
You're awful.
Give me. I'm
dice.
going to
Yeah,
make
the
you.
damage.
Shoot him with acid.
I'm gonna make you roll another stealth check to like cover this without
People around noticing.
Yeah. You rolled the same damage roll twice.
All right, another stealth roll.
Yeah, one more. Okay. Yeah, so you like I think the way this has to go down is that you basically like cover his mouth and like slit his throat and
Yeah.
then you just like
Push him into the water.
you like
I let him fall into the water.
You guys are sitting at the end of the dock and you like kind of shift in a way that you can just let him slip into the water quietly without anyone behind you seeing. And then you just like wash the blood off your hand and your dagger. And yeah.
How hot is the water around here right now?
When Eve feels the water, it is like colder than the air.
Okay.
yeah.
It's not gonna cook it. All right, good.
Yeah. So at that, we'll I guess jump back to Ludwig and Gerg. Are you pursuing any particular avenues of conversation with him?
The first is just kind of a follow up on how long he's been out of the academy.
Yeah. So I think like he says it's been like 6 months for him about. So like I think that's less long than you. He left because he was having trouble with that thesis, and he came here to like study and like get supplies basically. And then he says he kind of got drawn in. Like I was drawn in, but I just heard some of the clerics preaching, and I went and I saw a ceremony on the island, and he shrugs. He's like, I don't know, I like it here. I thought,
Oh, what they do in this ceremony?
he thinks a moment. He's like, I was a little inebriated, but there was a lot of fire. They summoned a... He like holds up his hands. It's like a being. Pure flame. It's very impressive. I think that was really the moment that hooked me.
Yeah, I could see that. You are always kind of big on the whole fire thing, huh?
Isn't it glorious?
Yeah. I'm kind of remembering now. Yeah, you're always talking about fire.
I think you 100% do remember this. It was probably actually kind of annoying.
Wow, boy, this is crazy.
Actually, I'll let you decide if it was annoying, sorry.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't have any relevance to what Ludwig does.
Yeah.
You can't fire a creature alive. Like, come on. This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is not cool.
Right.
Except for his frogs, I suppose, but that's
Yeah,
the
this is as far as you get.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
point. He would also be skirting the topic of...
Oh, you know, this Burning Man I've heard so much about, right? Did
Yeah.
you ever hear that he had a special flame?
I think I heard something about that.
Oh, see, I thought that would be really up your alley. Have you heard of some, like, maybe like a special salamander flame or something that he might have had?
I heard he prayed to some kind of flaming anvil or some such. I don't, not so interested in Burning Man.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's kind of more like a brute guy. We're intellectuals.
Yes. Yes. And he, like, pats you on the shoulder.
I'm curious. Could we talk a little bit about your flame constructs?
Certainly. What would you like to know?
What part was missing? Like what could you not quite solve?
Well, I could get a core, and I could set it on fire, and I could make it turn into shapes, but it wouldn't retain the shape. It's... I thought maybe if I used some kind of molten rock as a you know, what do you call it? Filler material. And that works okay, but messy. So, I'm still hunting for something a little more pure.
Like pure lava, that kind of thing?
I'm well, pure fire, preferably pure fire. But I think lava would be more messy.
Now, hypothetically, and I'm just spitballing, this is not really my area of expertise, but like I was saying with the Burning Man, he had the flame. It's this flame he prayed to. I've always heard that it was so, like, had a lot of oomph to it. Would that maybe be able to keep this flame construct's body alive?
Maybe. We could try it.
Oh, that's very interesting. How long, hypothetically, of course, how long would this take?
I would want time to prepare, to study, to... Wouldn't take too long to run the experiment once we're ready, but,
So, I'm going to, Gerg, I've always liked you. You have a very passionate, everything. Very focused, which I admire. Okay, how do I say this? On my journeys here, I came across a little something.
And he'll pull out the bottle with the flame in it.
okay. Kind of looks at him. It's just the ember, right? It's not on fire. So.
Yeah, it's just the ember. It's in the bottle.
If we have a piece of metal, we can set it on. I believe, and I just kind of found it out in the middle of nowhere, you know, kind of crazy. I've heard it might be a duplicate like the Burning Man's. I've been trying to find just the guy to make use of it.
He's gonna lean close and look at it. Can you make me, like, a deception check?
I can indeed.
Oof.
That's a +1.
You
That's
have to
all
kill
I
your
get.
friend now.
So...
Well, we'll see. We'll see how deep the academic interest lies.
I think he looks at it and he tilts his head. And he's like... He looks at you suspiciously. And he's like... I never
I
did
see.
like Burning Man
No.
much, so it's...
Okay, that's a good start.
And I have always liked you, Ludwig. He, like, rubs his chin. And, like, his eye... There's, like, a bit of a glint to his eyes. He's like... Could I spend some time studying this tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so.
Bring it by. We can look at it together.
Yeah, that sounds great.
See what we can do.
If I look at him, does he look like he's right about to turn me in? Like, is this a glint of I'm gonna screw you over immediately, or
you can... He's given you a pretty straightforward look of just... You can tell that he's more interested in, like, the science and experimentation than the fact that... Than the implications of you have... Like, he suspects that this is actually Burning Man's ember, and has no idea why you have it. But he's like... The cogs are turning, and he's leaning in the look the other way direction for the sake
Alright.
of science.
Yes, I think we understand each other now. And yes, I'll be by tomorrow. We can work on this together. I have some very interesting ideas.
Yeah.
You're a good folk.
You know, I heard rumors that you left the academy just for... because the limitations were too stifling. I think that's true. Happy to see it. And, he, like, gives you a slap on the shoulder again. And he's like, my tent in the north, far outskirts, by a tree. I don't know what kind of tree. Biology's not. It's by a tree.
Yeah, I'll be honest, trees aren't really my thing either. Are there any creatures by? I'm pretty good at those. Any gray ducks? I just heard about these. Gray
Not
ducks, you heard?
that's... Nothing that serves as a landmark. I
Okay.
think any ducks nearby would probably... They probably get shot and cooked and eaten. Gray or not.
Interesting. Good eating on gray ducks. Making notes.
No, I mean... Good eating for these humans and such. A little too well done for me.
Yeah, I get ya. Hey, I'll bring along some of my snacks that I have next time.
Like, kind of scratches the side of his head and looks at you and it's like, oh, yes, that sounds great. Perfect.
Great. All right.
Ludwig
See you tomorrow.
pulls out a vomited owl pellet.
Essentially, yes.
All right. Well, anything anyone wants to do kind of before we wrap up?
I guess Sonus would be looking around, like, kind of at the different shops, seeing what they have.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's probably some interesting stuff. We can talk about that.
I want to. So
I think there's probably
on this,
a higher amount of ever burning torches in these stores than you've ever seen in your life. And like sun sticks and other stuff. Go ahead, Solus.
on this main, like, so from here to here, I want to
Uh-huh.
know what this is, like, what this middle journey
Distance-wise?
is. No, like, is
Oh.
it like a path? Are there
Oh, there-
people?
Let's cover this in game real quick. Eve, you I think you if you don't, yeah, I think you like clean up a little bit, stand up, and you're walking back into town, assuming you don't have anything else to do on the docks.
Nope.
Yeah, as you're coming back in, you overhear a conversation between two people, and two friends, it seems. And one is saying like, "Oh, so you finally made it up the list. You're going to see Salamander?" And they're like, "This is the woman on the other side of the conversation is like, yes, I'm Cleric is taking me across in one of their boats with a group of worshippers tomorrow, going on pilgrimage to see Salamander and worship him." And yeah, their friend is like, "Oh yeah, I know it's not easy to get over there. It's wonderful that you've made it so fast."
At this point in time, I'm going to kind of roll up, biggest touristy face ever, say, "Hello there. I'm new to town. I keep finding myself getting lost, and I overheard that. And I apologize. I'm very sorry. I overheard that you two might be very familiar with this area and Salamander. Perhaps wonder if I could buy you a drink. Maybe you could show me around. I'll make it worth your while."
They look. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check. But they
Alright.
they like glance at each other.
If my coin, if I show like coin, does that give me a bonus?
One of them's pretty pious, and the other one is just their friend. So, I think like, the woman is giving the guy like kind of a look of like, I got a busy day tomorrow. But the guy like kind of raises an eyebrow and like shrugs. He's like, "Sounds fun." And the woman just shoulders sink a little, and she's like, "Yes, we'll join you. We can we'll do our best to tell you what's what around town.
Shala la la la. Eve's gonna murder them.
You're just gonna murder
And,
this entire town person by person.
Hey, I just need this woman's clothes, all right?
Well, so do you talk to them much beforehand?
Before we go?
Yeah, like what do you actually bring them to like a bar, or do you bring them to an alley?
No, I'm gonna like bring them to a bar and
Okay.
like buy them drinks and like ask about everything. I would ask their names, like
Yeah. They give you their names. They
And I'm gonna like subtly throw in the conversation lots of hints, kind of making it seem like I'm really like interested in
yeah.
like almost fascinated with Salamander.
So they like they tell you you know stuff about like what the clerics are teaching about Salamander, and again more of kind of the same stuff you've heard all night of just like ushering in a new era for the continent, burning away the old, and leaving a purified form like to move forward and ever further towards enlightenment and all sorts of like hyperbole. But
He's gonna get kind of like she's already getting a little drunk, but like
yeah,
he's gonna act very drunk. Be like, I'm so sorry. I don't often drink this much. I'm just so overjoyed to be here.
the
Can-
important
Can
part.
I get something off my chest, please?
Yeah, they nod.
I found myself in Eden, lost soul, and had no idea what to do. The rich bureaucrats, the corrupt clerics, and one of them forced himself upon me, and I took his life.
Oh. I think
I didn't mean to. And she's gonna keep her voice down. The candlestick. It was right there, and I didn't mean to kill him. I just didn't want to be violated.
I think the woman like reaches out and touches your hand, like almost interrupting you there, and
Yeah.
just says, like, you need not apologize. You need not feel shame. Burning away such rotten corruption. She shakes her head. It's like it's noble, not sinful. I have a friend. He's a cleric of Salamander. He's bringing me across tomorrow. I'm on pilgrimage, you see. I hope to become a cleric myself. I'm going with him with a group, and I think there's room for you, and I think meeting him personally would be very helpful for you. Being forgiven personally by the great Salamander. And she goes on to describe her cleric friend, who is now bleeding out in a
In
lake.
the ocean.
And maybe that's where we
He's
end
now
it.
under the sea.
It's just camera looking down at his bleeding body, falling down into the lake.
Oof.
So yeah.
Awesome.
I guess like the last camera
Brad always kills the most important person.
moment. Hey, I did not kill Explicita. That was all Ben Griff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And you didn't kill any of the incorrect suspects that you thought were the High Priestess. So, you know, your record isn't actually that bad.
We're gonna get back together. Eve's gonna be like, "Wait, you didn't kill Gurg? What? What? But you met him."
Solace.
But so you make
Playing music blissfully alone by himself.
you made a friend. You lost a friend. You made a new friend. I mean, a mutual friend even. So
What a shit show.
I'd say net positive here.
yeah, still technically a +1. Well, all right.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna
boy,
mute.
Ludwig's got some plans for that flame construct.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
I'm gonna mute for a moment and just say bye to stream, and then I'll be around to chat. Although I have some as of work I gotta finish up, but yeah, be back in a few. All right. Well, thank you guys. That was an interesting end to that. But yeah, hopefully the night was enjoyable. I will again probably catch you guys for some, what's it called? Gonna be playing that. I don't have the page up. One Step from Eden. I'm gonna be playing that either tomorrow or Friday. Looking forward to that. So yeah, I will hopefully catch you guys then. I'm gonna go look for someone to raid, but I will mute myself for now until I find someone. Have a good night, everyone.